Welcome to Jazz Time. JazzTime.com is an online store that buys, sells, trades authentic luxury watches. We make these videos so our customers can easily choose the best watch for themselves in the comfort of their own home. If you would like to know the price, simply click on the link in the description below. If you enjoy our videos, we'd greatly appreciate it if you would buy a watch at JazzTime.com. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the Tudor Black Bay GMT Pepsi reference M79830RB-0001 blue and red Pepsi bezel. I'm going to talk to you guys about the case, the bezel, the dial, the bracelet, try it on, and give you my thoughts. Let's dive right in. Now, this watch is 41 millimeters. That means from my thumb to my index finger, and it's one of the larger sports watches. In fact, I think it's the largest sports professional line that Tudor makes. Sports as in like, well anyways, you know what sports means. Okay, so it's one of the largest ones that they make, 41 millimeters. And I want to bring your attention to something else here, which is the thickness of this case. Now that's also actually kind of thick too. In fact, it's a little bit thicker than the Submariner, which is its biggest competitor, or the GMT that would actually be its older brother. I guess it wouldn't be its competitor because it's in a different price class, but it's the bigger brother. It's a little bit thicker. Now why is that? I'm not really sure, but if you wanted a thicker watch, well then this would be the watch to get. Now the case is steel. It's a 41 millimeter steel case with a polished and satin finish. Now I'll bring your attention to some of those things since this is a review of what part is satin finish and what part is brushed. Now I have a sticker on here because this watch is brand new, so it actually has that sticker. If you look right there, you see that little tag thing right there that my pinky is hitting. Well, this is a sticker. So, but if I took this off, which I'm not going to do because I'm about to sell it, is that it would be high polished right here. And if you look on this little edge, you know what? It's actually do a great job. Even on their bigger brother, the Rolex, they don't do such an incredible polish like this. This part right here, my pinky is pointing to, that part is actually high polished. And then when you get down to the top of it, to keep the continuity with the bracelet, they actually do a brush polish or a satin finish. So I'm trying to show it to you in different lights, and yeah, it looks really awesome. I'm surprised at this price point that they could do such a thing. Okay, so that's the case. All right, now let's move on to the bezel. The bezel is a bidirectional rotatable 48-notch bezel in steel and 24-hour graduated anodized aluminum disc in matte burgundy and blue. Burgundy, interesting. Well, burgundy is a fancy word for red. It looks to me like red. I'm not even sure what burgundy means. I thought it was a place. But anyways, okay, so this top, and they call this blue, which is actually kind of doesn't look very blue to me, and they call this one burgundy. I don't know. To me, it just is red, and it is supposed to be blue. It looks like a matte blue. It doesn't look as blue as I thought it would be, but nevertheless, it is blue. Okay, and it is aluminum. That means the insert itself is aluminum, not ceramic like its older brother. And that's good and bad. Well, it's good because it's cheaper if it breaks or if it gets scratched. It's bad because, well, it can scratch and it can fade over time. But it's good also because it's cheaper. Okay, now let's talk about the crystal. Now, I don't really usually talk about the crystal too much because there's not much to say, but this one is kind of interesting. I'm turning it sideways for a reason, and that reason is because I'm trying to show you that it's domed sapphire crystal. Now, usually you see a domed crystal. Domed means it has an arc to it, is that it will not be sapphire. Sapphire is not very easy to work with, so to make it domed, I'm not sure why they made it domed, but domed bezel crystals are kind of old school, but to have it with a domed crystal and also be sapphire, that's double cool because it's also much more scratch resistant. Now, if it had a domed crystal and it wasn't sapphire, it would scratch a lot easier, which is probably why they put it with a sapphire crystal, which is pretty cool. Okay, now let's move on to the bracelet here. Now, I really got to say, I really love the bracelet. Now, what do I love about it? Well, if you look at the side of this, which I'm showing here, Tudor has gone back to the riveted bracelet. Now, what does that mean? It has these rivets here that hold the bracelet together, and if you look on the underside of it, you put these rivets, really old school, right? You take these rivets you put them in and it holds the bracelet through, and it has like a pin that goes through it, which is really cool if you ask me. And it also has a polished and satin finish with a folding clasp and safety catch. Now here's the safety catch. This part is a safety, so that doesn't just come undone. Now if this part does come undone, the watch will still stay closed. Now here's the safety part. You actually have to pull on this top part, which is not blue, by the way, it's a sticker, and then that would open the deployment. And then from there, you can still do a micro adjust. This is still kind of old school. They've done this. They had this in the Rolexes. You put the pin in. You have 3 micro adjusts. I suspect they're about 5 millimeters apart, but you can't do it like without the tool. Okay, and actually they even put the model number right there on the other lug. Can you guys see that? Let me try to zoom it right there. Damn, there you go. And then where my thumb is covering, that's where the serial number is, and that's on the that's on the 12 o'clock side. Wow, I never noticed that. Okay, well that's cool. Anyways, let me show you this kind of interesting crown. It's a really thick, big, fat crown, and kind of you close. In order to close it, you wind it and it shuts. It's a steel screw-down winding crown with a Tudor rose in relief, with circular satin brushed steel winding crown tube. Okay, what does all that mean? Well, if you kind of look at this little crown here, what is it? They call it a rose in relief. I don't really know what that means. It's like a maybe if you guys know, maybe they're talking about rose as in like a flower. But anyways, okay, so anyhow, you turn the crown, you close it. Not so difficult to understand, right? Now let's talk about the dial here. The dial is black. Now, what kind of black? Well, there's matte black. Matte means not shiny. And this one is that. It's matte black. And what else I like about this watch is that it's very legible. In fact, I'll show you what it looks like at night. See? It has these huge hour markers and huge hands, which make it very legible at night, which is actually a very positive thing, because some of us like to read our watches at night. And if you have this watch, you could reasonably do that. Okay, so anyhow, so that's it. That's the review of the watch, and try it on and give you my thoughts. My thoughts are that for the price point of this watch, and it's not exactly a Rolex GMT, but you know what? The price point isn't that of a Rolex GMT either. It's a very beautiful watch. It has very excellent resale. It looks good. I love the black and blue, and I really like the bracelet. And for me, for my money, at this price point, this watch is really unbeatable. So if you want to buy it, please go to jazztime.com, JAZTIME.com.
If you want to find out more about the watch you just saw in the video, you can just click below on Show More to see the full description. Then you can check the link next to Model as seen in video, click on it, and you will get to the proper page where you can see all the details. If you're watching on a mobile phone, you have to click on the arrow down on the right hand side below the video to see the full description. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. If you would like to share this video with your friends, you can use the share button below and share it on any platform you like. If you have questions, constructive feedback, want to tell us about some mistakes or misspeaks, just write a comment below. If you want to see more videos like this, you should subscribe to our channel and visit our channel page where you can find all the videos. And if you're interested in a specific watch brand, you can check out our playlists. If you want to check the price for a watch or want to buy one, remember at jazztime.com you always get a steep discount, so you should check the prices with us. If you want to know the price for a specific watch, just go to Google, type in JazzTime, plus the brand, model, and the details you're interested in, and Google will find the right page for you. Thank you for watching.